So I know it's kind of like the brain is a lot of the things that we'll be talking about, but one of the things to start with, because I think we've been conditioned from a young age, what we learn from our family, and I've heard you discussing that, and I think it's kind of a good place to start that we can open it up there.
Yeah, it's a literal start, and as a matter of speech, a start. So what I say to people is the moment we are born, we are being conditioned to do what other people want you to do. So the moment you're born, you're a baby, you have your family, your father and mother. And when are you a good baby? That's when you exactly do what your parents ask you to do. That's where it starts, and that remains when in your upbringing, everything when you're supposed to do what your parents tell you to do, you're a good kid. Then you go to school. So when are you a good student at school? When you do what your teacher tells you to do. Then maybe you go to university or some kind of vocational training. Same thing. When are you a good student? When you do what your professor or your teacher tells you to do. Then you start to work. So when are you a good employee? When you do exactly what your boss tells you to do. So by the time you're in your beginning of your 20s or your mid-20s, the only thing what you've learned is to meet the expectations of other people. So by the time, the only thing what you have learned, and of course there are exceptions, but this is really the rule for most people, the only thing what you have learned is what I call to live someone else's life. You've totally not learned to live your own life. Because you're constantly, your attention is focusing on other people and meeting their expectations. And for a lot of people, this whole process continues basically until you die.